This is Miss Jane's intuitive reads.
I can't sleep.
I know you can't sleep. So go play instead.
I see.
Epic myths for fearless girls.
I see.
Are you going to go sit down so I can read this book to you?
Book?
Yeah. Intuitively page flipping to an important story to tell today. Okay, flipping back to the beginning of this story. Pandora and the Jar, based on Greek myths. Pandora and the Jar, based on Greek myths. Long ago, Greece was watched over by a group of gods and goddesses who lived up the enormous Mount Olympus. Zeus, king of the gods, has created mankind and given them a perfect world to enjoy. Zeus's wife, Hera, wasn't sure that he had done the right thing. When she looked down, she could see the men safe in the garden that Zeus had planted for them. They played, sang, and ate fruit from the trees. They had nothing to fear, and yet they didn't seem completely happy. They are bored, Hera grumbled to herself. Humans need to learn, build, and work for things to be truly happy. I know exactly what to do. Hephaestus knew better than to question his mother. The young god kneeled on the wet ground, scooped up handfuls of sticky mud, and set to work. His hands moved quickly as he formed a leg, an elbow, a rib, and the curve of an ear. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, walked into the workshop. Why do I want to say hepatitis? Hephaestus smiled shyly at the beautiful goddess. I'm glad you've come, Aphrodite. I'm making a woman for the Garden of Men. I will model her face on yours, Aphrodite smiled. It would be more useful to make her strong. Blushing a little, I'm going to have to learn how to say this correctly. Pronounced Hephaestus. Hephaestus. Hephaestus nodded carefully. Now, with the tips of his fingers, he curved eyebrows, squeezed the tip of a nose, hollowed the dip of a chin. Now Zeus strode into the room. What are you making? He asked. The other gods and goddesses trooped in behind their king. They had just returned from a hunting trip. They looked dusty and sweaty. Hera drew herself up to her full height. You're just in time. We are making a girl to join the men below. As Zeus's mouth began to open, Hera raised a firm and queenly hand, and she is in need of breath. Where are the anima? I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce that one too. Hold on. Anemoi? Anemoi. Anemoi. We're here. Chorus. Chorus, the four gods of the wind. Zephyrus, god of the west wind. Notus, god of the south wind. And Eurus. More words to learn how to pronounce. It's pronounced Eurus. Eurus, god of the east wind. Leaning close, the four gods blew in the face of the sculpted girl. The mud quivered, and with a cough, the girl took her first breath. I like to imagine that she gives a little chuckle as she takes her first breath. Her eyes opened. They were fringed with lashes so delicate it was hard to believe that how did I pronounce that guy's name again? Hephaestus? No, that wasn't it, but I'm just gonna... had made them with his rough fingers. The girl gazed around her, trembling. She clenched her fingers into fists. Hera laid a hand on the girl's shoulder. Be brave, daughter. Well, said Zeus, clapping his hands, if she's to join my men, we must give her some skills. He looked at the assembled gods, then beckoned Hermes. Hermes, the swift-footed messenger of the gods, stepped forward. I give her the gift of speech, he said, waving a hand toward the girl's mouth. Now Zeus gestured to Apollo, the cheerful god of music and dancing. Flourishing a hand, Apollo sang, I give her the gift of playing the lyre. I hope I'm saying that right. L-Y-R-E. Okay. She will always make sweet music. Good, said Zeus. And I, he pointed at the girl, give her the gift of laughter. Now he said, turning on his heel, a cooling dip in the sea is in order after all this very hard work. The chattering gods and goddesses followed their king from the room. Hera stayed still, her hand on the girl. To Hera's relief, she saw that 3 of the goddesses had remained. Athena. Athena, what do you have here? Start fresh with chickweed. Aphrodite and Pytho. Okay, so Pytho. Athena, Aphrodite, and Pytho. Hera nodded to Athena, the towering goddess of war and wisdom. The fierce goddess stepped forward. In one hand, she gripped a shining spear. And my Athena just took off her diaper. Let's go potty. Come on. What a good sign that she's ready for potty training. Even though we regressed because we moved again and then we moved again. So potty training is normal when changes in routine happen. And I've been waiting for her to show those signs again. Here they are. And on her shoulder perched an owl, its bright eyes all seeing. Yep, put it back. My daughter stands right next to an owl.
Owl?
All seeing, Athena put a heavy hand on the girl's head. Girl, I give you the gift of wisdom. Thank you, said the girl. Her sweet voice was surprisingly firm. Aphrodite very gently touched the girl's chest. I give you the gift of love, kindness, and generosity. The girl smiled. Well, thank you. But you need to put this back, sweetie. Okay. Hey, stop. Give it to me. Let go. Did you hear my strong, booming mom voice? I've really had to practice the booming mom voice because I've had the last 3 partners of mine, my ex-husband, this drunk asshole, and then my current guy, be like, you need to like use tone in your voice. Your kids aren't taking you seriously because there's not that mom tone. And I'm just sitting here like, I can't yell at them. I do not want to yell. And what I learned is you gotta get a little deep about it. You gotta go, hey. Because when dads do it, it's fine. They'll be like, stop that. And they stop. But when I do it, they're just like, ah. I'm like, please stop laughing at me when I'm just trying to get you to stop. Anyways, so, and anytime I use my booming mom voice, there's this like tiny bit of guilt inside of me that's like, oh my God, I hope I didn't hurt their feelings. Their feelings. I'm like, is that my inner child having hurt feelings from being yelled at and then misunderstanding a tone as like punishment when really that tone is there for safety? Anyways, okay. Now she's playing with toys, so we're on the right path. There, just stay out of the decorations. The girl smiled, daring to look into the goddess's shining face. It was, how did we learn how to say this word? Pythio? I don't know. It was their turn. The goddess of persuasion touched the girl's cheek lightly with her fingers. I give you the gift of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Ooh, how timely after everything I just shared. Are you playing with your race cars? Vroom, vroom.